Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for the first episode of Drakengard 2 Weapon Stories. We're here for the story of Robber King, which is the first one as Noe's sword and Eris's spear are part of a weapon set which we haven't gotten all the swords for. Now this is generally going to go as I'm just going to go first show you the weapon, go into history and start reading from there. Just let me compose myself. In a kingdom of the Union, a general beloved by the common people slew the wicked queen that had taken power when the king had died. The general came from the lowest classes, making a living as a murderer and a highwayman. After killing his 15th victim, he was at last captured by the authorities. Judgment was swift. He was sentenced to death. But the general had a great advantage. He was an extraordinarily handsome man. When the queen saw him, she could not bear to have him killed. She gave the general all her love, but her love turned to obsession. She became his prisoner, and he took her throne. People who knew him came to call him the Robber King. At the end of a long battle, the rebel leader finally pierced the tyrannical king's heart with his spear. As he drew his last breath, the army of the revolution poured into the castle. Now the land would be free of corruption, and peace would return. The victorious rebel smiled at that thought, but his smile was short-lived. The last battle perplexed him. The king offered no resistance. It almost seemed as if he gave his life willingly. But would a corrupt king do that? While he pondered over this, his allies called for him to come to the dead king's chamber. There he found the princess, bound and gagged. His allies quickly explained that they found her like this. Feeling rather bemused, he removed her gag and heard the truth. She had been taken hostage by a spy from a nearby land and used as leverage to force her father to sabotage his own kingdom. "He was no tyrant," she cried. Moving as if to free herself from the bonds, the rebel drew his knife and then slit the princess's throat. Whether or not her father had been a tyrant did not matter now. All that mattered was the angry masses had risen up to remove a corrupt king. The truth was buried with the princess's body, and her murderer was crowned that day.